right back at you with another exclusive, and today we have some more leaked paperwork. This is a leaked Foia arrest report for none other than 051 Drilla, 051 Drilla, 051 Drilla. And we're going to check out some of these arrests that he's been involved in. So if you have not done so already, definitely hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It keeps me motivated and keeps me bringing this content to you guys, and reading through all this documentation, and all the research that goes involved into it throughout the day, amidst all the other things that I have to do amongst my day. I definitely get enjoyment out of this. So I just want to say thank you guys. All right, so we're going to jump right into it. The first document, of course, is a arrest report for 051 Drilla, and of course, the demographics are there for him. And we're going to just get down to the charges, and then, I'm going to really just be breezing through, getting to the charges and narrative, and reading through some of the narratives surrounding the charges. So we'll start with this, and we have, of course, an aggravated unauthorized weapon slash vehicle, no FOID. So no FOID card for this weapon he was caught in possession of. Type F is a felony. He also had an unlawful possession of some cannabis, and that's a misdemeanor. So he caught a felony and a misdemeanor at the same time. Suspected, cannabis, approximately. So he had a 3.5. He had a 3.5 on him, and they estimated it at $35. That's interesting. I don't know about apes, dude. Apes being 35. Maybe they know something. All right, getting down to the narrative. All right, this is a BWC recorded event. In summary, arriving officers observed the above listed vehicle at the above listed address parked in a crosswalk with expired registration. Upon conducting a traffic stop of said vehicle, arriving officers observed the arrestee exit the vehicle from the front passenger seat, where he began to walk southbound on Wabash, where he was detained. In addition to arriving officers smelled a strong odor of unburnt cannabis emitting from inside the vehicle, and smelled a strong odor of unburnt cannabis on arrestee's person. Arriving officers inquired about said cannabis, where arrestee related that he had weed on his person. Search revealed a loaded black Springfield handgun underneath the passenger seat where the arrestee was seated. Search of arrestee revealed approximately 3.5 grams of suspect cannabis, not in odorless container, in arrestee's right sweatshirt pocket. Name check revealed arrestee does not have a valid FOIA or CCL. Arrestee placed in custody and transported to the 001st District for further processing. Arrestee is a documented, redacted gang member. Firearm inventoried under number listed. Cannabis inventoried under number listed. All right, so that was one of his charges there, which was a gun and cannabis, man. That can get you some time in itself. We got another arrest report here. This one surrounds a criminal trespass to a vehicle and a failure to signal. Interesting. So let's go down to the narrative and see what we have here. In summary, arriving officers were on a directed mission in the 008th District and were responding to a call of a person with a gun at 62 redacted South Whipple. Arriving officers were returning to arriving officers' directed mission and observed the above arrestee operating the above vehicle at the above location. The arrestee was attempting to park the above vehicle at the above location but failed to use his turn signal. Arriving officers curbed the vehicle. Arriving officers ran the plate of the above vehicle, which revealed the vehicle to be stolen. The arrestee was placed in custody, Mirandized, and transported to the 008th District for processing. When questioned about the vehicle, the arrestee stated, "I borrowed the car," redacted. He said he bought the car earlier. Name and investigative alert checks clear. Arrestee is not on the GIP or TRAP list. Arrestee is not on parole and has no active orders of protection. The arrestee is a self-admitted redacted. Alright, and now it's the end of that one. We get down to another document here. It doesn't look happy at all. Scroll down. Oh, here we are. So, reckless conduct. This is some type of, he's just conducting himself in a reckless manner in public. This is a misdemeanor. Excuse me. Get down to the incident narrative. In summary, this is an on-view arrest made by Area Central Gang Enforcement Unit, redacted, along with assisting responding units to a call by a person with a gun. Above, arrestee redacted. Co-arrestees were observed at the location of 50 redacted Drexel Jesse Houston Park, a playground that is designated for children under the age of 12 years. Subjects were observed not using any of the park facilities, but yet loitering at above playground in a large group. Beat 6743 observed another large group of male ones and female ones approaching above park. Above area is a known gang hangout and has recently had several shootings. Beat 6743 believed that a possible gang confrontation may occur. Approached a group of subjects for a field interview. As 6743 approached, a large group quickly changed their direction of travel, causing park patrons to run and flee for their safety. Above said actions placed citizens in fear of gang violence. Above, arrestee along with co-arrestees fled on foot northbound from the park. Above, arrestee along with co-arrestees were located at the location of 49 redacted Drexel rear gangway. Subjects placed into custody and transported to 002nd District by Beats 223 and 221 for processing. Alright, so it's pretty much a loitering charge there. Excuse me. Alright, we got another document here. Some water. Alright. Okay, we got us another document here, and seems like excuse me. Seems like it's an issue of warrant. Seems to be a probation violation. And here we go. This is a BWC incident. In summary, while on patrol in the area of 50 redacted Prairie Avenue, while driving southbound on Prairie Avenue towards 5 redacted Street, arriving officers observed a dark colored sedan bearing plates redacted EX10 2020 driving southbound on Prairie in direct violation of expired plates. While following vehicle, arriving officers also observed the vehicle turn southbound on the Prairie without using a turn signal. Indirect violation of signal required during operation. Arriving officers activated lights, sirens, curbed the vehicle at 50 redacted South Prairie. Upon approach of the vehicle, P.O. Boyd smelled the burnt cannabis emitting from inside of the vehicle. Then asked the driver, P.O. Boyd smelled burnt cannabis odor emitting from inside the vehicle. Then asked the driver of the vehicle if there is any cannabis inside the vehicle. The driver then replied verbatim, "We smoked earlier, there is none inside the car." P.O. Boyd then requested the driver and the passenger to exit the vehicle. Arriving officers detained both the driver and passenger of the vehicle. P.O. Boyd searched the vehicle for narcotics with negative results. The passenger related to P.O. Owens that his name is redacted, date of birth redacted, 96 year. Arriving officers ran the name via OEMC PDT, which revealed the subject to have an active warrant for probation violation. Arriving officers proceeded to place the offender into custody and transported the offender to the second district for further processing. Arriving officers gave the driver verbal warning to the driver of the vehicle for the expired plates. Arriving officers contacted leads and spoke with Jansky, who related that the warrant was serviceable with a hold. Alright, scroll down to the next one. Alright, we have a charge of another UUW, aggravated unauthorized use of a weapon, vehicle, no Foia card, another felony. And then this one is also a type M, a misdemeanor, criminal trespass to a residence. Here's the narrative. Arriving officers responded to a dispatch of a person with a gun in the alley behind 50 redacted St. Lawrence. The caller relayed that a male one wearing green with an afro hairstyle had an automatic weapon that he placed in his pants. Upon arrival, arriving officers on viewed a male one in a green hoodie with an afro hairstyle, later revealed to be the arrestee redacted, with a bulge in the front of his pants. Responding officers observed the arrestee holding on to his belt line where he bulge was located. Hold on, let me make sure I got that line right. Sorry, where he bulge was located. Responding officers proceeded to attempt to stop the arrestee for further investigation, at which time the arrestee ignored verbal commands to stop. At this time, the arrestee pushed the victim, redacted, out of the way and locked the door behind him. When arriving officers asked the victim about the identity of the arrestee, the victim related redacted entry into the residence with permission of the victim at 1848 hours. Arrestee redacted was placed into custody at 1851 hours on signed complaints without a weapon on his person. Arriving officers did not observe the bulge in the front of the arrestee's pants. That was observed when arriving officers previously approached him with the permission of the victim. Arriving officers conducted a search of the premises and uncovered an unopened zipped black bag containing one rifle, Century Arms C39 7.62 X39, serial number listed, one rifle magazine, 39 round capacity, one extended magazine, 45 25 round capacity, one extended magazine, 45 23 round capacity, one extended magazine, unknown capacity and caliber, which was recovered by Officer Dominguez, which victim related these items did not belong to her and were not redacted prior to the entry of the arrestee. Arrestee was transported by these these this gun it's a stolen. It's not registered to him. uh this extended magazine round, all these extendos is gonna get you some time. I don't know how much time he did behind this case, but yeah, that's some heavy charges there. Scroll it down to the next one. Another issue of warrant. Seems to get caught up a lot, unfortunately. Event number 13628, BWC event. In summary, arriving officers responded to a call of a person with a gun that several males and females are in an alley shooting a rap video with multiple rifles and handguns. Redacted, the guy in the orange shirt, redacted, offender is the rapper slash artist. Upon arrival, several unknown males ran clutching their sides from the alley westbound towards Drexel Avenue. Arriving officers detained several males and name checked them via OEMC, at which point arriving officers' investigation revealed that redacted offender have a active warrant issued on July 2nd, 2019. Arriving officers verified the offender's identity by picture identity and IR number in the clear system. Arriving officers placed the offender into custody and Beat 231 transported the offender into 002nd District for the processing. The warrant has confirmed through leads. Officer Obdorn at 1913 hours hold, redacted. Offender has no other warrants, is on probation, and is a documented redacted gang member. Offender has no U.S. currency, no inventory. Yeah, they're just carrying around guns, it seems like, and getting caught with them a lot. All right, getting down to the next one for Drilla here, 051 Drilla, excuse me. And we have some more cannabis, 2.5 to 10 grams, unlawful possession, driver vehicle stolen vehicle. Then we got another felony of cannabis here. Then he catches, this is using alley as a throughway street, violating signs, insurance, operating motor vehicle, had no insurance either. Yeah, these are traffics, but these are 2 felonies, on top of how many felonies, I don't know, this guy, he already had, and he had a 7.5 on him, so a Vic of estimated street value 120. Get down to this narrative. This is a BWC event. In summary, responding officers responded to a call of an assist for Sergeant Sonnery, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, who had observed a male black Mustang bearing Kansas license plate redacted at 75th Street and Dante Avenue approximately 22:53 hours. Leeds query over PDT revealed it was a stolen vehicle. Sergeant further related that he then observed the above vehicle using alley as a throughway. Citation listed, at which point Sergeant lost sight of the vehicle as it turned into the alley. Surrounding officers relocated to the vicinity of 75th and Dante to patrol the area. Sergeant again stated over the air that he observed the vehicle in the alley at approximately 23:58 hours, attempting to flee. Arriving officers relocated to the alley and pulled behind the black Mustang as it was reversing. Arriving officers and Sergeant curbed the vehicle and approached the vehicle and instructed the above arrestee and co-arrestees to place their hands in sight, at which point arriving officers observed co-arrestee ignore multiple verbal commands and position an unknown object under the front passenger seat where he was seated. Arriving officers instructed above arrestee to exit the vehicle and place him in custody. Custodial search of redacted revealed 3 clear Ziploc baggies containing green leafy substance, cannabis, Miranda warning per pre-printed card in the presence of Sergeant Russell. Again at 0340 hours by Sergeant however you say that name, at which time redacted offender stated that he purchased the vehicle from someone named Redacted for $2,000 U.S. currency in the vicinity of 73rd and Ashland. So at least he gave them the address for that. Redacted also related that Redacted had another orange or yellow Mustang also for sale. Redacted Hamilton stated that he purchased the above vehicle on September 19, 2018. Redacted could not produce arriving officers with valid insurance. Name check clear, not on GIP, no warrants, no investigative alerts. Above is documented, redacted, but claims no affiliation. Personal property inventoried. Above has $13 U.S. currency on his person. Getting into the next document, we have an aggravated assault, use of a deadly weapon. Event number 02578. This is a body BWC event in custody for aggravated assault on signed complaints. Offender this listed is in that victim redacted at 0420 hours as the offender who brandished a firearm, unknown make and model, and shot 7 or 8 rounds at victim, causing the victim to be in fear of receiving a battery. The offender was identified by the victim as 0420 hours. So yeah, and he has just a lot of bad luck, man. Just a lot of people identifying him, gets caught out with, I assume, his homies and whatnot, and just gets a lot of. So fugitive from justice out of state warrant. Not sure that location. Issuance of warrant, and they just guess he was on the run somewhere. The above. This subject was the victim of an aggravated battery with a handgun, which occurred on May 29, 2017, at the location of 50 Redacted Dressel. It was reported under RD number listed. During the course of the assigned detective's investigation, the listed subject provided the name of Redacted with the birth date of Redacted 1995. Further investigation revealed that the subject's real name is, which has verified in the clear system. A name check of the subject's real name revealed 2 active warrants on today's date that was placed in custody, given Miranda and transferred to Area Central for processing of the following warrants. So he got caught up with a warrant, out for arrest. This is another reckless conduct. Placed in custody, and that he was observed by Redacted in the company of Redacted after one of said offenders discharged a firearm. So he shot a gun, or is allegedly shot a gun in that case. Well, because he was arrested. Alright, and wow, yeah, look at this. He has 10 arrests here at this point. And this time is a criminal trespass to real property. I mean, this is just trespassing, multiple individuals for trespassing, complainant. There's the property manager, of course, because they're probably just hanging around there. And that's the end of that, man. And so we have the mini arrests of 051 Drilla, and that wraps it up for today. I mean, this guy caught a lot of gun charges. I mean, and a lot of other charges, to say the least. So, you know, that is to say whatever it says. And so definitely subscribe, like the video, thumb up the video, and subscribe. Peace.